I looked at a jacked up house today. Yeah, this one takes the cake. And I don't see my shirt jacked up to this. That's what I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Welcome to How to Get What You Want from what I did today in 10 minutes. I swear I'm gonna change the title to this. Something like Quick Fist Flipper Confessions or something like that. But yeah, I looked at a jacked up house. Alexa, start the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I ain't got no juice.
Starting now.
All right, listen. This is on this episode.
I don't know that.
Alexa, how much time is on the timer?
You have 9 minutes and 40 seconds left on your 10-minute timer.
Awesome. I should have pulled this up though. I got like a whole lot of real estate stuff going on right now. All right, so man, this is like a quick flipper confessions. I'm pulling up my daily diary. All right, so today it's what the fuck? Okay, I guess I messed up. I messed it up, but it's cool. I can catch up. I can fix that later. All right, so I had a doctor's appointment earlier today. Got some blood work done. I ain't did it in a while, just to make sure my vitals is good. They said I'm actually healthy as hell. Yeah, I was freaking scared to death because I had to get some blood work done. That mean needles, man. I'm scared of needles, man. And yeah, so damn, where that thing at? I'm gonna run in here real quick. Let me hold up. Don't go nowhere. And I'm gonna tell you, man. So look, it's a lot of stuff it's a lot of stuff we be scared of, right? And mine just so happened to be needles. So what I did was to get over my fear, because that's what I be trying to do. I believe that on the other side of fear is success. And the stuff that we be scared of and timid of, we got to break through it to get to the next level. So I just use this fear of needles, for example. Like, look, I've been avoiding getting this blood work done. I just want to make sure that, everything's cool. My cholesterol levels is cool and whatnot. And, but I had been avoiding it for the last 2 months. And so what I did was, as I went on YouTube and I looked up how to get over my fear of needles. And that's what I did. And I end up doing I don't even know what it's called, but some tapping. You do some taps here, and here. I don't even know what it's called. And I think at your breastplate and under your armpits. And it actually helped. It helped. I don't even know what the technique's called, but it helped. And then I got a couple other suggestions. I stole my god niece's little toy. And they said, find a distraction. So she had me like this here with my sleeves rolled up, and the blood lady, she was teasing me, like, what the hell you scared of needles for? I mean, everybody got a fear. Some people scared of heights, some people scared of spiders. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of them too. Like, I gotta, but I broke my fear. I had this spinning on one side. I'm kicking my legs like I'm like I'm in the water, like a duck. And she was cracking. I had her cracking up. But for real, I couldn't wait to get that over. And yeah, so I got through that. That was at 1:30. Went to the doctor. And it kind of threw my day off. Because normally through that time I'm doing real estate stuff and looking at houses. So I didn't get the chance to talk to as many sellers as I wanted to today. Let me see. What I did end up doing was talking to one seller hit the quick flipper hotline, and she said she wanted to get rid of a house. And I could tell. I love these kind of calls when they call and they just so desperate, so motivated. In case you ain't figured out, the key to this business of quick flipping houses is motivation of the seller. That equals a good deal, but not always, because in this case, I'm gonna tell you about it. All right, so the seller hit the hotline and she said she wanted $1,500 or best offer for the house. And it's a duplex, meaning they got 3 bedrooms on one side, 3 bedrooms on the other. So I went and looked at the house immediately. As soon as I saw 1,500, because I was like, did she say mean 15,000 or did I hear 1,500? And then I asked her to repeat it. Like, so you said 1,500, right? And I stressed 100. She's like, yeah, or best offer. I'm like, okay, she really motivated. So immediately, I didn't even want to look up the property. I'm like, okay, how soon do you want to meet? All right, I'm on. How about 7:00? What, tomorrow? No, now. So when I get a call like that, I'm ready to hit the door now. Throw on what my quick flipper attire, my cape, and I'm out my briefcase, and I'm out the door. Yeah, I had my briefcase. It was in the car. All right, so so I went and pulled up to the house, and she was late. We were supposed to meet at 7:00. I don't think she got there till 10:15. I said 10, 7:15, 7:20, or something like that. But it gave me enough time to kind of move around the neighborhood and see what the neighborhood was like. And when I was pulling up, I seen a white car pulling up behind me, pulling up in front of the house, but really it was next door. So I circled around and parked in front of that white car. And I got out and started walking towards the seller because it seemed like that was the seller. And it wasn't. She was actually the next door neighbor, and she was pulling up next door to the house that was trying to get sold for $1,500 or best offer. All right, so I'll go and I walk towards. All right, let me call you back. I'm live. All right.
Okay.
All right, so I walk towards the house. I walk towards the car, and she's pulling out groceries. I'm like, such and such. I said the seller's name. She's like, no. Oh, I was here to look at this house over here, and that's when she go to telling me as she's pulling out the groceries that house like they need to tear that mug down. And boy, she was not lying. All right, take it. So she was saying that that the house is like caving in on the side and the roof, and I didn't see that part, but until I didn't need to see that part. Just put it that way. I didn't need to see it from the outside. So I walked around the neighborhood a little bit, start tagging the block, shopping the block a little bit, just in that little area, and I seen the house across the street was an empty house. Next to that was empty. Like, it was a whole lot of empty. It was more empty houses than it was occupied houses. So then finally, the seller pulls up, won't say no names, and she pulls up in the van, and she hops out the passenger side. It's dude driving. He stay in the car. I don't even see him, talk to him for real. I say, hey, such and such. Yeah, okay. All right, so she's taking me in the house, open the door. It looked like a haunted house, for real talk. It looked like a haunted house, but it's cool. I've sold a lot of houses that look creepy and look haunted. I have done that. So she take me up, and it just get worse and worse and worse. Then I look up, and it's ceiling damage. That means it's roof damage. That's definitely a no-no. It's not a deal breaker. Don't get me wrong, it's not a deal breaker, but roof and foundation, yeah, them is problems. Foundation being the most problem. So we go upstairs, look at the rooms. That needs updated every damn thing, and I'm just talking to her, but I didn't even tell you before I even left the house. I looked up the taxes. Look, keep in mind the house is only worth $30,000. Okay, the taxes are $22,000, and then it got something like a tax lien on it, and I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna call the tax assessor's office in the morning and figure out why that has a tax lien on it. I'm sure it has something to do with the 22,000. Maybe that's what upped it up so high. But yeah, it's like, no. Because the house need like $30,000 worth of work. I told her that. I was like, I see why she wanted to sell it for $1,500, the best offer. And she said she had an offer for it, but it was too low. And I said, well, how much was that offer? And she said $80. And I said she should have took it. If God is trying to give you a blessing, then you just need to take it. She don't understand God is trying to give her a blessing, because that house costs $22,000. That means she's $22,000 in the hole. No, it don't cost that. The tax is owed on it. She can't do shit with the house when you owe $22,000. That has to be paid. All right, so if she takes that $80, which I would highly suggest she do, and just cut her losses, lick her wounds, because she said she put some money into the house to fix it up, but it was more than she thought she could handle. And yes, it is more. She said she had it 3 years ago. She had got the house 3 years. I looked up. You could look at everything up on its public record for your city or county, wherever you at. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
But you can look up this information. And that's what I did. I was so anxious. When she said 1,500, I was so anxious. Okay, where do you want to meet? But normally I don't do that. But I was so anxious to do that like in hindsight, and that it's kind of like a rookie move, but I kind of just did it anyway. Just like F it. Because I could have called her back and say, never mind, because I didn't see that you owed $22,000. So I knew it wasn't a deal going out the gate, being that it was $20,000 owed on back taxes, and the house is only worth $30,000. You got to know your numbers before you schedule a meeting. I knew that. Well, I just like, F it, let me go out there, because I didn't get a chance to shop the block much today because the doctor's appointment threw me off. So I just wanted to get out there on the street anyway. So that's what I did. All right. So, okay, it's not a deal. $30,000 is what the house worth fixed up to completion. $22,000 owed on back taxes. Then she told me it was a water bill of like $2,000. No, we going in the wrong direction. That's what I was saying. And she needs to count her blessings. Go ahead and sell that house for $80 to somebody else that don't know no better. Because she bought the house for $1,000 3 years ago, never paid the taxes, and ran out. And I guess put $1,500 in to try to fix it up. Don't look like she put no work into it. I end up just going through the motion, knowing I'm not going to do nothing with this deal, but just going through the motion, walking through the house. I just wanted to see it. I don't know. I like looking at houses, empty houses. Can I be honest with you? So we end up in the basement, needs a new furnace, needs a new water heater. She said that the water heater worked though, but it looked pretty worn out to me. It didn't look like it worked. Shit wasn't plugged up. Looked at the electrical box. It looked like it needed to be updated. The house was a mess. And then I looked at the side of the wall in the basement, and it had a crack in it. And I was like, you noticed it? Did you notice this right here? It's like, no, I never noticed that. Yeah, I'm like, that's a foundation problem. That is like the worst problem that you want to have. Because she had like trees and stuff growing up close by the house, and a tree over hanging the roof of the other side of the house, because it's duplex, two sides. I was like, yeah, that foundation, that you look at least $10,000. Sometimes it ain't even worth putting the money into a house. A foundation issue would just throw the whole deal off, because it just costs too much to get fixed. And the houses around here don't really appraise much, so I don't think this is the deal for me. And I was trying to stretch, and sometimes I just try to stretch and see how I can help the situation and help a person out in them kind of situations. But yeah, she just made a rookie mistake, and she need to just cut her losses and let the house go. And hopefully the city will take over and they bulldoze it or something like that. I've noticed they have been bulldozing houses around the area that's like in a similar situation. But for kicks and giggles, I want to see the other side of the house. So I noticed the other side was boarded up. And I heard her mention before I even went over there that when she went to the other side, that she was like, oh, hell nah. She when she went to the other side, she was like, no, I know that I want to sell this house. I do not want to spend no more money in this house, fix it up. And so I wanted to see what she saw. So like I said, it was screwed up. And I said, can I see the other side? She's like, yeah, do you have like the tools to take the board off? I was like, yeah, but as a matter of fact, I do. I stayed prepared on the house flipping game. So I went and got my screw gun, unscrewed it, took the board, set it to the side. We go walk in this side of the house, right? I'm like, oh, this side of the house look better than the other side. And because it was carpeted, the paint looked fresher and all that. And then I looked up towards the stairs, and it looked like a black hole. Like, oh my God, it looked like death. It looked like straight death. All right, look, this is what happened. There was bad. Something must have fell on the roof. I think it was that tree that was too close to the house. It must have fell on the roof and caused a hole in the roof that every time it rains and pours, it rained down. So that's where it was supposed to be steps. It was just a black hole to the basement. Like it was no way to get upstairs at all. Like the tour stops here. And then I went around to the other side to even try to go down to the basement. And it tore the stairs up. There's no way to go down to the basement unless you get sucked into a black hole of oblivion. Like it looked creepy as hell. And then I looked up towards the bathroom or the room because I would have to go over the black hole. And I tried to film it too. I might put a video up of this shit, but it was hard because it was dark in there, no lights, electricity. But I did turn on my light, but it was still like black death. Like it was creepy as hell. So I look up and I do see the light coming in from the window upstairs, and it's a fucking tree growing in the house, a baby tree. We got baby trees growing in the house. Like, yeah, that house needs to be bulldozed. It was definitely a non-workable deal. I cannot see any possible way to save that deal other than just bulldoze it and start over. It's a wrap. All right, so I did that. I was about 7-ish. I think I got done around 8-ish. Came back to the cut. Shit. Let me see. I didn't even check my calendar for real. But that's pretty much it. That was the highlight. Let me see. And it's April Fool's. I thought about doing an April Fool's joke on you, but couldn't think of nothing. Let me see. Yup. Then like for now I ate some leftover pizza from like 9 to about 11. No, it's not even 11 yet. 10:30. Right before the show, I just been studying. I was studying and / writing my book and getting the training together for the quick flipper system, tightening it up. Yeah, so I spent like an hour and a half doing that. And after I get off here with you, I'm about to get back to it to get y'all nice and tight, and so I can show y'all how to do this shit. And hopefully y'all got some crazy stories too, man. We can vibe off of. All right, but shit, what else we got to talk about? Yeah, what you learned today? Something you learned today? I want you to comment that in the comment section. And make sure it's towards your ultimate goals, okay? And if you're looking for a quick flipper mentor, holla at me, you can work something out. I'm about to open the classes back out. That's what I'm working on now, is just quick flipper training. Like, share, and comment on Facebook. Like, share, hearts. I love the hearts. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for the notifications when we throw another one up. Yeah, so remember, always stay focused, learn something all the time, and take action. Yeah.